or four-belt era, and you became the second undisputed champion in 3 weight classes when there was only one champion back in 1938 with Henry Armstrong. That's a lot of stuff.
You hear that? You hear that?
Which do you think means
all
the
of
most?
It.
And
all of it.
I'm glad that he think he's confident. I like it. I like the confidence, but he's talking too much. You know, he gonna get exactly what he.
Terence "Bud" Crawford and Jaron "Boots" Ennis just went face-to-face for the first time, and things heated up fast. What started as a calm sit-down turned into a verbal firefight that shook the boxing world. 2 champions, 2 generations, and for the first time, Crawford wasn't smiling. Ennis snapped back, calling Crawford the old guard who's afraid to pass the torch. Cameras caught every second. Fans went wild instantly. The moment the interview ended, Twitter, podcasts, and fight forums exploded. Is this the next big fight in boxing? Because make no mistake, this wasn't a friendly exchange. This was a storm building between the sports king and the man who wants his crown. One thing is clear, this wasn't your typical media run. Crawford, fresh off his dominant win over Canelo Alvarez, was supposed to be talking legacy and what's next, but instead, this interview just lit the fuse for a new super fight.
I'm gonna get a lot of too, but honestly, there could be the way where you put Crawford over Mayweather. Because of going up, you didn't see Mayweather go up from 147 to 168. That's crazy, bro. And honestly, I thought Crawford was gonna have more of a hard time because he had a hard time with Madronov. So imagine going up to it. I mean, that's crazy. But I don't want to take nothing away from Mayweather. Mayweather's the greatest of all time. But I think that was a really big risk that Crawford took, and then he ended up winning. You know what I mean? So you have to give credit to that too. That's a big risk. That'd be like me going up and fighting Usyk right now, heavyweight.
I know that's been kind of hinted.
I'm not thinking of that right now. I'm not thinking of that right now. No, but that's kind of like how that'd be. You know what I mean? So you have to, bro. That's a lot of. He has a lot of balls to do that. And not only to go do that to show the world that he's really.
And sitting across from him was Jaron "Boots" Ennis Young, confident, undefeated, and ready to prove he's not just the next in line. He's the one right now.
You got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but
right.
I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
Definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for.
Boots has been calling out Crawford for months, not out of disrespect, but out of pure hunger. And when you put 2 apex predators in the same room with cameras rolling, sparks are inevitable. Crawford stayed composed at first. He's been in this position before. But it was obvious Boots wasn't there to play nice. He laid it out plainly. Asterisk, you beat Canelo. Respect. But I'm not them. I'm coming for that crown. Look on Crawford's face said everything. No fear, just laser-focused intensity. That classic Omaha stare. And that's when the whole energy shifted. This isn't your typical old lion versus young cub narrative. Crawford isn't washed, he's on top of the world.
What does he mean?
He said world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he said he wanted to move up in comments to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We ain't worrying about, right now we ain't worrying about Crawford. We gonna clean 147 now, then we gonna move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
After outclassing Errol Spence Jr., dismantling Israel Madrimov, and then embarrassing Canelo Alvarez to weight classes up, Bud's resume looks untouchable. He's the first man in history to become undisputed in 3 different weight divisions. 42 fights, 0 losses, 31 knockouts. That's not just greatness asterisk, that's legacy dot asterisk.
That's the fight that everybody want to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Do you respect him as like when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so.
I understand it, but don't lie or cap to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called and we said we never heard nothing else back about it. So
Right.
I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But don't be Kevin.
But here's where things get spicy. Jaron Boots Ennis is being built up as the next pound-for-pound king. At just 27 years old, he's 34-0 with 30 knockouts.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
Eddie Hearn even said it himself, Boots is the pound-for-pound no, one asterisk in the making. Asterisk not in 3 years. In the next 12 months, Boots brings that Philly aggression. Fast, flashy, fearless. He ran through 147, took over at 154. And now people are already talking about him moving to middleweight and even higher. And if that sounds familiar, it's because Crawford did the exact same thing. It's like looking into a mirror, one version with years of experience, and the other trying to break the reflection.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that could be at 54, it could be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy and Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in his prime.
What made this face-to-face so compelling wasn't trash talk, it was respect. Boots didn't call Crawford old. He called him asterisk asterisk great asterisk asterisk. But he also made it clear that greatness is meant to be tested. He said, asterisk I'm walking the same path you did, Bud, Spence, Madrimov, now Lima. You climbed weight classes to get to Canelo. I'm doing the same thing to get to you. Asterisk, and he's not wrong. Boots is following the Crawford blueprint almost perfectly. He dominated the welterweight division. Now he's stepping into super welterweight. Next could be middleweight. If he collects belts the way Bud did, that fight becomes unavoidable. Even Danny Garcia, a Philly legend himself, told DAZN, asterisk stylistically, it's a dream matchup. Boots is hungry, and that's the only real danger for Crawford. A young, hungry fighter who wants everything you built. Asterisk.
That's a good fight. That's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Probably at middleweight or something. That's like a vacant belt. That's definitely up there. That's definitely a big fight. Probably Shakur and Tank too, maybe. That's like right on the scene. But yeah, that's that. He might not be lying. That might be the biggest fight.
And when Crawford heard that, you could see a flicker in his eye that asterisk I've been here before asterisk look. The same look he gave Spence, the same he gave Canelo. The moment the cameras stopped rolling, the boxing world went nuclear. Some say Boots is the new face of the sport. Others argue he hasn't yet earned the right to step into Crawford's air.
Obviously we're here in Philadelphia, Boots Ennis, Eddie, a couple other people, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford, and obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford, I think Boots is his own fighter, Terence is his own fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years, and he's the truth.
And last one for me, I'll let you go. Obviously, everyone's talking about a potential fight, you and Teofimo. Is there any updates to that? I mean, is that something that you are looking towards?
Yeah, that's the fight I want. So, ain't no updates. I don't speak business until the deal is done, so nothing to talk about.
Eddie Hearn is all in on Boots. He believes that by the end of 2026, Ennis will surpass Crawford, Usyk, and Inoue to become the pound-for-pound king. And judging by his raw talent, speed, and finishing power, that's far from an exaggeration.
And I don't mean it disrespectfully when I say they just don't beat Jaron Ennis. In fact, that style is absolutely tailor-made for Boots. Just to make it clear on Virgil Ortiz. We sat in a room, me, Oscar de la Hoya, Eric Gomez, and the top DAZN execs in America. We talked about how a deal would work with those two fighters, and we agreed on a deal. We went away, we signed a new deal with Boots. Part of that deal within the contract was the deal that we agreed with Golden Boy and DAZN to fight Virgil Ortiz. Boots signed it. Now, we didn't hear anything back. We told them we're going to fight in October. They said they're going to fight in November, and we haven't heard anything back. On Tuesday, Eric Gomez called me and he said, look, I just wanted to let you know we're fighting Lubin. After that, we want to get the Boots fight made. I said, well, we're in. I don't, you know, so I take their word for it, and I truly believe Oscar De La Hoya wants to make great fights. But that fight is done on our side, on all the terms that we agreed with Golden Boy. That fight for me, although it doesn't carry an official world championship, which is what we want at 54, is one of the best fights in boxing.
But Crawford's team isn't convinced. Brian Bo McIntyre, Bud's head trainer, has made it clear that Bud isn't dropping down to 154 for anyone. If they want him, they'll have to come up.
No, he don't bring nothing to the table. He got our leftovers. Why would Bud want to go backwards? I want to go backwards. Bud looking for bigger and better fights, so where he can etch his name in the concrete forever. I don't know, because I really don't look at none of the welterweights since we did clear the division out.
So the ball's in Boots' court. Can he climb to more divisions the way Crawford did? Can he make enough noise to force Bud's hand, just like Bud did with Canelo?
As his trainer, do you feel like he should just sell off into the sunset after this monumental
well,
win?
You know what? They made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Got 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
You think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, I don't mind.
Because let's not forget Canelo once laughed off the idea of fighting Crawford. He said Bud was too small. 1 year later, he was on the canvas, watching history unfold. Sound familiar? Boots might just be writing the same story in reverse right now. Crawford sits at the top of the sport. He has options: Gennady Golovkin, Yanibek Alimkhanuly, even a Canelo rematch. He's chasing history a 6th division title. Only Manny Pacquiao and Oscar De La Hoya have ever done that.
Who they are cancels out each other as far as height. You know, they both switch hitters, lift, and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in the big stage against big fighters so many times. And also with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like, look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So I feel like he got everything, all the experience, all the knowledge. So I gotta go with Crawford.
But every interviewer, every fan question always comes back to the same thing. Asterisk, what about Jaron Ennis? Asterisk, Crawford's answer never changes: a smile, a shrug, and the line. Asterisk, I'm not dropping weight for nobody. Asterisk, he's not ducking. He's setting the terms. If Boots wants the king, he's got to climb to the throne. Still, deep down, you can sense it. The challenge excites Bud. The thought of facing a fighter young enough to be his student, fast enough to test him, strong enough to threaten his legacy. That's the kind of fight champions secretly crave.
Terence is your man.
Yeah.
Bud your man.
Yeah.
You know the fight niggas want to see, bro.
What?
Boots. You know niggas want to see Boots, bro.
Bro, Terence is different, bro. I just know that man is different. That's what I'm saying. I never been in the ring with Boots. Yeah. I'm not saying Boots ain't different or you know, not good at all. I think it would be a good fight, but I just think, you know, Terence, just like he said, man, he been battle tested before. Terence been through all the ups and downs in the ring. He's the Floyd Mayweather of this generation. Just the magnitude of this fight, maybe Terence is just not motivated enough.
This fight won't just be a passing of the torch, it'll be a collision of eras. Crawford, the tactician, calm, surgical, relentless. Boots, the storm, explosive, unpredictable, fearless.
Nice, right? Nice. Over and under, right there. Over and under with that same hand, right there. Yeah, turn it. Turn your hip with it. Do it again. Go take that hip with it. That's it. Do it again. Come back with the hook. Nice, nice, nice.
Their styles are night and day, yet perfectly complementary. Crawford studies his opponents, analyzes, and then dismantles. Boots, he doesn't study, he attacks, he overwhelms. It's patience versus pressure. Chess versus chaos.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
And that's what makes it special. Crawford has cleaned out entire divisions, fought everyone who mattered, and beaten them all. Fans aren't interested in easy fights anymore, they want danger. The asterisk what dash if asterisk factor. Boots Ennis represents exactly that. The last great challenge before Crawford hangs up the gloves. Analysts agree if Crawford wins, he retires at a level no one can touch. But if Boots wins, it's the beginning of a new empire.
Canelo can't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
And maybe that's why this matchup hits different. In a world where influencer fights steal the spotlight, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson, this would be a asterisk real fight asterisk.
Fight that makes a whole lot of sense, and a fight that stylistically would be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
No fake beef, no circus, just two men proving who's better. Crawford is fighting for legacy. Boots is fighting for validation. And in 2025, that's a rare sight. While the sport chases clout, Crawford and Ennis remind everyone what boxing used to be. A proving ground.
What's the fight, or who's the dance partner that makes Boots a star?
Right now, I don't even know anybody, for real, you know, and anybody that got a big name.
Got you. Got you. But there's no exact guy that you think about? Because I don't want to ask you, hey, this guy, that guy. I know you get those questions a lot. So if you had to say, hey, this is the guy I think, you know, we would have a big fight, who would it be? Because it doesn't seem like the Crawford fight would happen. So what's that dance partner for you, Boots?
Yeah, like I said, anybody with the belts, or I don't know, maybe somebody at 154, one of the big names at 54.
Say less. One last.
No, this wasn't an official fight announcement, but it felt like one. When Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis locked eyes across that table, the message was clear. Respect runs deep, but competition runs deeper.
Hey, great. Bud always been like that. Without a question, sour. You know what I'm saying? Sour.
You think there's anything left for him, Coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, Islam, he looked at excellent.
Is there anybody?
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, Coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
Boots is coming, and Crawford isn't stepping aside for anyone. This is the fight that could define to generations the man who's done it all versus the man who wants it all. So here's the question. If it really goes down, who wins? Does the pound-for-pound king prove he's still untouchable, or does the Philly prodigy finally take the crown? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. I'll catch you in the next video.